Hello, welcome to Nintendo. It has been a little while since I've posted, but I feel like this warrants it. So the new Pokemon game's come out, and it's getting some rave reviews, but there is a small problem. It's a game key card. Now some people will be like, oh no, it's fine. It doesn't matter if it's a game key card. Just enjoy the game, just play it. But this is technically a first party Nintendo game. Now, first party Nintendo games typically are all on the cartridge, no digital cartridge at all with a download when you install it. It's all on the cart. It doesn't matter if you have internet or anything. You can slap that in and you can play it. So just say you're a young lad, and your mum and dad are going to buy you the new Pokemon game, and you're going to go on a road trip. All right, well, you can play that when you're in the car. Okay, thanks, Mum. Thanks, Dad. I'll do that. And they pop their game in on the road trip, ready to play it. Oh, wait. There's no internet connection. Oh, no. What does that mean? It means little Timmy, or little David, or whatever his name is, he can't play a game that he's purchased with his hard-earned cash. It's just a dead cartridge, basically. So he'll be travelling all the way to his holiday destination with his Switch 2 and his new Pokemon game, and he won't be able to play it. Now, to me, that's absurd for a first-party release. Now, don't get me wrong. I know some releases, such as the new Resident Evil Requiem, that is on a game key card. And you can somewhat forgive that because it's a larger game. It's a more complex game with crazier graphics, and potentially I do know that some games, the Switch storage on a card is too slow to access, so it would potentially be literally affecting the game, the way the game looks. It may not load files or assets quick enough versus a game that's installed digitally on a hard drive of the Switch 2. But the fact that a first party release, a Pokemon game no less, you can't just slap that in at any point, internet connection or not, and play it, seems a little absurd. Now, it's not exactly a graphically demanding game, so I don't think loading times would be a reason to stick it on a game key card, because it looks quite simple. It looks almost like a Animal Crossing style game, so I think, to be fair, it's Game Freak being a bit cheap. So they've decided, yeah, we'll release this game. How can we save a few quid? Well, we'll get the cheaper version of the cards, game key cards, and slap it on there. People will buy it because it's Pokemon, and we don't really give a damn, basically. But I think we do. Now, there might be some people who disagree with me and be like, oh, it's just a game key card. Game key cards are fine. It's great, hunky-dory. But it's a first-party game. First-party Nintendo game, and it's a game key card. I just feel like that's almost crossing a line for me. What next? The next mainline Mario will be a game key card. At this point, it could be possible. I doubt it would happen, but it just increases that possibility of the game key card issue. And as a game collector, well, I don't collect as much as you used to, but I understand the game collecting situation. I do feel a bit sad. I know times are changing and digital storefronts are more common, but Nintendo were like the last bastion, especially from the Switch 1, of physical collecting. There was amazing collections of all kinds of games. You could get games that were re-releases from old consoles, and you could collect those. New releases from Switch 1. And basically, the Switch 1 was like heaven for collectors. Don't get me wrong, there's a few code in the boxes which is an issue. And I feel like game key cards have kind of replaced that, not entirely. But most releases were on the cart, to be fair. Most of them. Not all. There was still somewhere you'd have some information on the cart and you'd have to download it, so that was still a little bit of a problem. But it's just, I just about got over the game key card situation, but now the fact that it's happened to pretty much a first party Nintendo game, I'm just like, oh blimey. So this is the way we're going. We're going to go digital. What next? What's going to happen for the Switch 3 or whatever it's going to be called? Is that just going to be wholly digital now? Are we down that route? Because for me, Nintendo do amazing special editions, amazing box sets, amazing, a bit overpriced versions of games that just feel a bit special to hold in your hands. And I don't really want the future kids who play consoles to not have that feeling when you pick up a game and it feels special and you're excited to open it. You see the box and you see what's inside and the artwork and all that labour of love from the people who in marketing and artistry that'll just get lost. It'll just be a digital picture on a screen and you just press download. Where is that? What is that? A kid's not going to remember that as fondly as holding a special edition box set with I don't know, a Pokemon figurine inside, and it becomes their favourite game, and they may, as an adult, be walking around one day going to the shops with their kids, and that memory will just hit them. They'll remember that for a brief moment, and that moment of joy and excitement will hit them again. Especially when you see it through your own kids' eyes. I'm a father, I've got 2 kids, so every time, or every possible time I can see that joy through their eyes. I want to, because you live through them, so you live your childhood again for your own kids. And I want them to have that ability to have a computer game or whatever else it would be, hold it physically and have that excitement and enjoy it. And I feel like we're slowly chipping away at that, and eventually all these console boxes will be the same thing. They'll all be basically PCs with digital storefronts, and there'll be no real game store where you can go in and browse and see all those amazing different things, and maybe even come across games you wouldn't otherwise come across and buy them physically. Just like a game in England, that's for you Americans, that's like a computer game shop. It's basically gone now, so it's shut down. But that had lots of computer games. I remember buying Final Fantasy IX on the PlayStation 1, and that's a strong memory for me, getting that box and looking at it and all those discs and getting it home and playing it. And that's still one of my favourite games of all time, Final Fantasy IX. Even though I don't have time to play games that long anymore, it was a great game. But that's gone. It was sad. It became a store that sold less games and more toys, plushes, board games, everything but computer games, really. So that's a shame. What I'm basically trying to say is, Nintendo, don't make everything game key cards. Don't destroy the last element of joy in gaming, that you are basically the bastions of it. You're the one computer game company that is still somewhat making collecting amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox, they're okay. Not all the game is on the disc sometimes. Sometimes it is, but Nintendo's, there's just something special about Nintendo games. And when you collect them and when you pick them up and they're special editions, and they still have that magic from the old days, while everything else feels a bit more corporate. PlayStation 5 feels a lot more corporate and overthought, and Xbox is going the way of AI. AI everything, so that's not exactly exciting for a kid. So Nintendo, all I'm trying to say is keep the joy going, keep the excitement going of the Switch 2. Get some more first-party titles out there, but don't game keycard them, okay? Make them special. Give people options, special editions for people who want to spend more money. Standard editions, that's great. But your games are great, they're amazing, and they deserve to be on a cart forever, basically. Not stuck on a fake cart that'll download a game, and as soon as that online ecosystem goes down, you can't use that anymore, and it just becomes dead plastic. It's not just about gaming, it's about preservation. and you guys make such amazing games. It'd be sad if somehow games go missing. They're lost to time, and I feel like that is what might happen if game key cards take over. More and more first-party games tend to go that way. Then what we're going to do in 10-15 years time when the Switch 3 comes out, odds are they might somehow work on the Switch 3, but if they don't, those games are gone, or they'll be back on there in digital. And then when the Switch 4 comes out, and for some reason there could be some sort of legal reasons, a game's not going to be thrown onto that Switch 4 or Switch 5 or whatever it's going to be, then my kids, or I know I'm thinking long term, they're going to lose that game. They're never going to find out what the new Pokemon game is like, Pokopia, or whatever it's called. Yeah, so I just want to have a bit of a rant, really. I love games. I understand the reason for game key cards. If it can make games cheaper sometimes, it's a good thing. But I also think first party games shouldn't really go that route more than any other kind of games, because Nintendo does. They've got something special about them. That's why they can get away with so much, I think. But I think even this is a step too far, and it might be Game Freak's idea to go with a full route of game key card, and not necessarily Nintendo's, but I don't know, it just hits a bit more. But yeah, I've been Terrence from Nintendo. Just a little chat, impromptu, not planned or scripted. I just wanted to get this out there. So I hope you all enjoy the new Pokemon game. It does look fun. Probably not 100% my kind of game, but I hope people enjoy it and play it. And yeah, I hope it does really well. Okay. Terrence from Nintendo, out.